Good morning from Dodger fans to Disney fans. Fans are all the same. So, how about we share the love? Good morning, everyone. It's Terry. How are you today? I thought this was the perfect opportunity. What am I sitting on? Oh, my book. Oh, hello. My name is Terry Harden. I am a Disney Imagineer. I am a pop icon. I have done Ghostbusters, dinosaurs, worked with Michael Jackson, worked with a bunch of people. It's been a really wonderful and fabulous career. And if you're just joining us today, joining me, what do I have a mouse in my pocket? If you're joining me today for the first time, welcome. It's great to have you. This is my Monday broadcast, and I wanted to celebrate today about fandom because it is crazy, 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 crazy today. And like I said, the excitement is in the air. I thought the little meme that I just showed you, this one right here, this is my cousin Tim, and he is, as they say, he bleeds Dodger blue. And then this is my friend Daniel, my Disney fan. There he is at Oogie Boogie Nights. And I also have another one. This is my friend George of Florida with one of the most wonderful collections you could possibly see on Facebook. And I'm sure he has other on a YouTube channel as well. He has a wonderful place called Pegasus Loft. And like the Dodger fan, he collects. And Dodgers collect as well. So just thought I would show you a few things just to get you in the mood. I know if you're a Dodger fan today, you're revved up because you do bleed Dodger blue. And I had to show you. Have you heard of Pink's hot dogs? I'm going to put this down here so that I can show it to you just a little better. Well, maybe that doesn't work as well, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. This is a Pink's hot dog menu. And for those of you who don't know about Pink's, well, I'm about to tell you because Pink's also bleeds Dodger blue. That's correct. Also bleeds Dodger blue. So yesterday, of course, was the big day. Yesterday? No. Saturday was the big day. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. I have to tell you that I am so, how can I say this? I am not a sports person, but I have to tell you, there is no way that you can be a non-sports person and not know about the Dodgers and their back-to-back World Series win, which was like lightning and wildfire throughout the world on Saturday. The excitement was high. The energy was high. My family all around me, very, very, very big Dodgers fans. And if I was going to be a fan of a baseball team, yes, it would be the Dodgers. But I am an artist and I spend a lot of times under hot lights sculpting things like my little bird here. Oops, oops, oops. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. Little head. See, there's a little head right here. And here is the little bird project I'm doing right here. So I'm under a hot light sculpting critters, okay? And sculpting Disney and sculpting pumpkins and doing a lot, a lot. So I don't watch a lot of TV. That's the main thing. And then sports. One of the things I want to tell you about sports, and you sports fans know this, sports demand your attention when they are playing. So it's not like the Dodgers are playing at 5 o'clock tonight. And you say, well, I got to work until 5. Could you make it 5:30? Or the Dodgers are playing on Saturday. And you go, well, I'm booked on Saturday. I'm not even in town. Could you play on another day? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way for any sports team or, matter of fact, for any Disney situation. So the reason I thought it would be neat to compare all fandom, especially Disney fandom, since I'm a Disney Imagineer, and Dodger fandom, is for those of you out there who think that Disney fans are silly or that Disney fans are childish or so on and so forth, wearing their mouse ears and dressing up and so on and so forth. I just want to point out to take a look in the mirror, Dodger fans, and look at yourself. As I saw you screaming with your faces painted, your children all dialed up in Dodger blue, whether they were 1 year old or they were 15 or more, the way you jumped up and down going, hoo, 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 it's the same. Disney does it a little bit different. Disney is just as energetic as you are, just as excited as you are. And if you are neither a Dodger fan or a Disney fan, you are a fan of something. I can almost guarantee it. And this is why I wanted to bring this out. I wanted to just point out that fandom is fandom, and there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, you don't need my permission to tell you there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong with fandom. And to look, if you are a person out there, and I don't believe you are, but I've got to say it, if you're a person out there and you're looking at Disney fandom as, oh my gosh, they need to get a life. Know that someone looked at you, if you were a Dodger fan, a Raiders fan, you know, baseball fan, football fan, whatever kind of fan you are. And I am pointing at sports, but let me show you that there's other fandom. I personally, besides being a Disney fan, am a Lego fan. I'm also an old movie fan. I'm also a film fan. I love films. I love going to films. I love seeing films. And I enjoy analyzing films as an actor part-time and a voiceover artist part-time. And I say part-time because I am semi-retired. So I am doing voices at times. I am acting, if I'm lucky, I'm acting in certain situations. And I am just all around a big fan of the entertainment industry, especially films and some TV. I love old films. I am a big super fan of old films. My first film when I was a little kid was The Crawling Eye. And if you haven't seen it, you probably will watch it and go, ugh. But it was a black and white, a wonderful film. And to a little kid, age 3, it was really scary. And I loved every minute of it. 1950s horror films are one of my favorite. The classic monster movies where you've got dogs in little outfits, rabbits jumping that are giant and supposed to be evil and scary. It's all fun. And the 1950s films are no exception. They are my favorites. Them and Brain from Planet Eros, and Day the Earth Stood Still, and Night of the Living Dead, and War of the Worlds, and need I go on? Basically, I'm a film nut. So I have my fandom too. I love films. I love them. I'm crazy about them, especially mayhem films and kick butt films like The Beekeeper. Oh, I love The Beekeeper. So basic and Disney films. I'm not saying not Disney films. I also love faith-based films like Bishop's Wife and The Song of Bernadette. But I digress. Dodger fans, Disney fans, film fans, cooking fans, Harry Potter fans, you name it, fandom is something that should unite all of us, not alienate us, I was thinking about it the other day, and I heard people say out loud that Disney fans were just ridiculous, dressing up in a T-shirt and their mouse ears and carrying their popcorn buckets, how silly they looked. But come on. I mean, I could easily overlay, and probably should, but I won't, overlay a Dodger fan who has his shirt, like today. Let's talk about today. Today is Monday. Today is Monday, the 3rd of November. And the reason I'm telling you the date on this one, which everyone says, don't tell the date because it dates your broadcast. But today I want to date my broadcast because the Dodgers have just flown in, and I noticed that you are obsessive. You're following the plane, and the plane has landed in heavy fog. We're very foggy today. They're going to have a parade, and I'll bet some of you are going to call in sick because you're a super fan. You also went crazy yesterday at stores all over Southern California, buying the back-to-back T-shirts, buying the World Series jersey, buying the hats, buying the "We're number one" again. You know who you are. And let me just say, you are the exact mirror reflection of a Disney collector. As you ran out yesterday on Sunday to be the first to get your hat or your shirt or your water bottle or whatever, this is what happens with a Disney fan when a new popcorn bucket or lounge fly is announced. They get in line early and they buy it up. That's right, they do. So the reason I'm pointing this out is not to diss, not to judge, not to be uh, in any way derogatory, but as Ted Lasso said about Walt Whitman, I believe, be curious, not judgmental. And I have to say that with all the energy that was electrifying Southern California with the Dodgers going to the World Series, I had to be curious, didn't I? I did. I really did. And that's the reality of the whole thing. I came up curious. First of all, I was working. October is one of my, if not my busiest months, as I am a pumpkin sculptor. And I think I pointed that out to y'all that I've been on a show called Outrageous Pumpkins, and I've been a judge with that show for 5 years. So uh, I'm known for my pumpkin sculpting. I'm known for my judging on that show. Speaking of being judgmental, I've judged on that show, and I've done a lot. I've done a lot when it comes to that. So because of this, October is a very festive and fun month as I design and create things and then teach people all the month of October. I also do appearances at various conventions and things. October is a very, very, very busy month. But I could not usurp, could not step away for all of the appearances and classes that I did. There was no way to not hear about the game. What was it, guys? Those of you who are Dodger fans, was it game 3, I believe, that went on for 18 innings? I mean, how could you not hear about this? There's no way. If you didn't, you are more of a hermit than I am. Because my mother-in-law is a huge Dodger fan. She tried to stay up, but fell asleep probably around 10, she said. But I had tons of friends on my tribe, Terri's tribe. I will tell you about Terri's tribe in just a minute, a place where you can see me live. One of the only places you can see me live unless I'm appearing live or you happen to go to the same car wash I do. But the bottom line is that this was a long, long, long game. My cousin said that this series was one of the most nail biting, teeth wrenching, spine tingling adventures of many World Series. And he was just delighted that the Dodgers came out the victors. So this is just adorable. I have to say that you cannot walk around and not be anyone in Southern California and not have heard at least the name Otani or some of the names of these amazing teams, this amazing team known as the Dodgers. One of the things that I found very touching is the things that infiltrated my dark corner where I'm sculpting is the fact that this team really cares about each other and that they come together to get the job done, but they care about each other on and off the field. This is something that's really, really special. And I want you to take a minute and think about that. In a world that is difficult for us right now and challenging for us right now, and so many things are so wrong right now, the Dodgers gave hope by the way they worked as a team. They never gave up and they just kept going. I also have to say that the other team, the Toronto Jays, is that what it's called? I'm not a sports person, so forgive me, Toronto, if I've said that wrong. But you too were super fans, fans that just love your team. You were all present. You were all giving them all of your heart and souls. And that's just what Disney fans do as well. They're all in. No one is a hokey pokey fan. They don't put a right foot in and leave the left foot out. They have it all in, whole body, cheering with the whole body and giving you energy that could light New York and Los Angeles together. So I just wanted to come on today and remind you and compliment you and commend you, no matter what kind of a fan you are, to just go hand in hand with those and be united in fandom. If you're a Star Wars fan, which I'm a big one of those too, if you are a Disney fan, if you are a Dodgers fan, if you are an Angels, Lakers, Kings, whatever it is, when you see someone else who is a fan of something else, be curious, not judgmental. Ask them about it. What makes it so special? Can you tell me about it? I did this with Lego. I was born at a time when Lego was just a little brick. And for those of you who don't know what Lego is, it's a little plastic cool thing. And I know you know what Lego is. I don't need to explain Lego. But Lego was a little brick. That's all you got. You got a little 4 brick, which means 4 dots on the top, or 8 brick, which means 8 dots on the top. Yes? And you built a house. You built a little building. And you wanted windows and doors. You left spaces. Okay? You just left spaces. And then to make the roof, you went in by decreasing, by coming in. Like if it's a square like this, you just went boop, 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 boop until the final block, the 8 block, snapped on top and you had a roof that went chicka, 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 chicka. And that was your Lego experience. Well, the day that was a red letter day for me and many Lego people when I was a kid was we got windows and doors. That's right. Doors that opened and closed and windows. The minifigs had not even come on the scene yet. And by the time the minifigs did come on the scene, by the time of the Lego movie, Lego was out of my life pretty much. I looked at it and observed it and listened to people talk about it occasionally. But with Terri's tribe that has all walks of life, I learned about Lego. Now, before I tell you more about Lego, let me tell you a little bit about Terri's tribe, because I've mentioned it twice. This is my Patreon page, patreon.com/Terri Harden. Let me say that again. Patreon.com/Terri Harden. Welcome to Mondays, which are always interesting for this girl, for yours truly. Patreon is a place where we all gather. I have created a community and I did not do it alone. All of the tribe did it together. It's a community of like-minded people who come together and share ups, downs, their passions, and their love, their excitement. They teach us things. We teach each other things. We learn each other because everybody has a different passion. Yes, it can be a bit Disney-centric because I am, after all, a Disney Imagineer. And I was the Imagineer who designed Dragon's Lair. So, in Paris. So a lot is talking to me about Disney or the fact that I'm a Henson puppeteer and my Henson past jobs, like the TV show Dinosaurs, which if you guys have Disney Plus and you're Dinosaurs fans as a kid, not the mama, sound familiar? That too is something that I worked on, Team Baby Sinclair. Anyway, my point is Terri's tribe, patreon.com/Terri Harden, is a place where your voice needs to be heard, especially if you're a fan of something other than some of the things I've mentioned. One of the things I point out on our weekly Zoom call, that's right, every week we do a live Zoom call where we gather together and talk about all kinds of things. Of course, October was all about Halloween costumes, Oogie Boogie Bash, the Dodgers, and because we have Dodger fans in there, and various different things that have to do with October. And me, of course, pumpkins and challenges therein that I had. But it's not just about me. It's all of us coming together and sharing what we're about as human beings, how we're feeling. And sometimes on the Zoom call, it's not always upbeat. Some of us are struggling with something. Some of us have an issue or have a feeling and they want to ask a question. Maybe you're an artist and you're not getting the support that you want. So that is a place for you to get the support. Maybe you're battling something like an illness or issue. You learn something, and we talk about that as well. This community is so powerful, so wonderful, and you can join it too. $5, okay? I ask $5 for $5 a month. And the $5 a month, yes, it's a membership site. $5 a month, make sure I'm present because I am a very, very, very busy person. Google Terri Harden if you don't believe me. I've got a lot of plates spinning in the air, but I make sure as much as I can, I'm not always perfect, to be there at least on Wednesday morning at 8:30 to do a live Zoom call for a couple of hours. We always do a couple of hours. Even though I say I've got to keep it short, we always do a couple of hours. So there you go. This is something that for just as little as $5 a month, please check it out. Your voice needs to be heard, especially if you're a super fan who's feeling good and wants to be this part of something fun. Look at the different portals that I have. There are higher ones, but I say 5 get you an awful lot because I am one who over delivers. So think about it. And if you have a question for me or whatever, and you just want to hear me live, this is the place to go. Patreon.com/Terri Harden. All right. So Fandom and Dodgers and your outfits and all of this is an exciting thing. And I just want to say, it doesn't matter what the fan is going to dress up. The fan is going to wear the paraphernalia, be it mouse ears or a baseball cap. Y'all are going to do it. You're just going to do it. You have your collections. I know you do, whether it's a jersey or it's a t-shirt or it's a special ticket because you were there. Disney does the same thing and many others too. And what's lovely about Fandom is that it creates community, and that community is positive most of the time. I want to point out Pink's hot dogs, as I showed you before. This is a Pink's hot dog menu. Pink's is an amazing, amazing hot dog place that has been in existence since 1939? Yes, 1939, when it was just a field and a little cart. Then in 1945, they built a building where it still stands on La Brea in the Hollywood area. And you can go and get a famous hot dog. Now, it has changed just a little bit. And that means that they have all these hot dogs on the back. I remember getting the famous chili dog, which is written here. You may not be able to see it, but trust me, right? And it's just amazing. They're right here on the bottom. They talk about 85 years. Let me just turn the light on a little bit for you. 85 years down here of being in business. And this is something that if you ever are in the LA area, you want to go check this out. It is phenomenal. And you want to check the original building on La Brea. Yeah, near Melrose. You want to go check it out. It's fantastic. It also has burgers and it has drinks and all this kind of stuff. It started out with the classic chili dog and the chili cheese dog and the classic hot dog, but it has grown with all different kind of dogs. And why do I mention it today? Because all of them, this is Pink. I know this is Pink. You can tell. You're not deceived. But they wrote on Saturday, just before the big game, Pink's bleeds Dodger blue. And they had a very special Dodgers hot dog in honor of the Dodgers and their win. Now, they hadn't won yet, but Pink's, like most fans in things, believed they would. And of course, they did. In honor of the whole day Saturday and maybe part of Friday, I don't know. But my mother-in-law wanted to go and get a Pink's hot dog. This is not an easy venture from where she lives. It took probably about an hour, 40 minutes to get there, then 40 minutes to get the hot dog because, did I mention, there's a long line most of the time because it is famous. And then I said to my husband, hey, Mom, you being a Dodger fan, maybe you want to get a Dodger-inspired hot dog from Pink's. And my husband said, well, I didn't see one online. But guys, the last time he looked was before the Dodgers tied the game up. This is before Saturday. Saturday being the big game where all of you were breathless and attached to your TVs as you gave them all your energy if you're a Dodger fan. So I knew that Pink's, most likely because of its dedication to Los Angeles, was going to probably have a Dodger dog. And when my husband got up in the line, sure enough, there was a little piece of paper stuck to the window that said, here's a special commemorative Monday hot dog you can buy, and all of our profits go to the Dodgers Foundation. So, of course, my mother-in-law had to have one. And I, of course, had to try one because this was a very special dog. You could have it with cheese. Well, the way they described it was with cheese, chili, mustard, and bacon. That's right, bacon. You Dodger fans will have to tell me if bacon is significant in a hot dog. But anyway, everything's better with bacon is all I could think of. So we ordered a couple because we wanted to support the foundation, and we also wanted to make my mother feel absolutely special by cheering on the Dodgers. She was quite surprised that we didn't want to stay and watch the game. But as I told you, October was very, very long and vigorous and challenging for me. And November is my rest. The 2 days yesterday, I rested. And I knew that I had enough people who bled Dodger blue that there was no way I wasn't going to know about the outcome of the game. And I was right. I can't even tell you the time it was when the game stopped, but my cousin called me right away and was screaming. He was like, we did it, we did it, we did it. 6'6", doing the Dodger dance, like the sound heard around the world. I could guarantee that my friends and family around me that were Dodger fans were not going to let me go without knowing what the outcome was. And soon I learned that the plane was landing, and I've heard it's landed. It's very foggy here in LA today. So it's landed, but there's going to be a parade, I think 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But I have to realize that even my local news, KTLA Channel 5, is going to be all about the Dodgers because they bleed blue too. So they are going to be, I want to just watch KTLA and maybe catch the weather, but I'm going to catch that Dodger fever whether I want it or not. So the bottom line is fandom. Show the love. Love on these fans. Love on other fans. Love Disney fans. Love Dodger fans. Love Angels fans. Love Harry Potter fans. Love Star Wars fans. Love film fans. Love, etc., etc. Keyword LOVE. Because in a world where hate seems a bit strong in places, this is the power of positive. There's so much positive energy out there. It's hard to feel down and depressed. I don't know if you can. If you can, get out amongst these people. Give over. Let them infect you with their joy and their excitement. I know that Disney fans always go to Disneyland to be inspired, to feel like a child again, because it's so much fun to ride that special ride that you love. In my case, it's Mr. Toad's or the Jungle Cruise. Mr. Toad's because you can go to hell and live to tell about it. I always loved that as a kid. Wow, I just went to hell and I lived to tell about it. It didn't really work that well in school. But I really love that ride. And then the Jungle Cruise because I love animals, and a lot of the things that I sculpt, like the little bird you saw, is animals and creatures and things. I do a lot of sculptures for Disney, and I do a lot of sculptures for myself. The goal will be, as I become more and more semi-retired, to let the me come out and sculpt my stuff. I have a stack of things I want to explore sculpturally and painting. I just got involved in painting. So at the pandemic, that's what started it. But I want to get back. I wanted to explore areas of creativity that I haven't had. I love to learn. So as I get into semi-retirement, it doesn't mean that I'm going to walk away from everything, but I am going to focus on my tribe, Terry's tribe, patreon.com/Terry Harden, because that's my family now. And I want to encourage you to join my family because it's a great group of people and it's a wonderful thing. Try it for a month. I have the month to month plan so that you don't have to subscribe for a year and then say, "Ooh, it's not for me," because I'm afraid things are non-refundable pretty much. So once a month, that way you can see if you like it during the month. And hopefully it's during a month when we're upbeat and fun. But you never know. We're just like human beings. We go through all kinds of things. We keep politics out of it because, quite frankly, and religion out of it, except for me and my religious movies that I love to see every year at Christmas, like the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston and Yul Brynner. I'm a film fan, what'd I say? Many people call us and ask us about the Halloween list. What would you watch at Halloween, Terry and Lindsay? Because we are Halloween fans and we have 800 plus films that we look at, and there's still more coming. But the bottom line is we love them, we know them, and they're great. It depends. I'm not a gore person. I'm more a suspense person. So I'm more apt to watch uh, Psycho, the classic Psycho, Hitchcock Psycho, than I am to watch uh, Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, I love Dusk Till Dawn because of Greg Nicotero and Savini and all the people I know that are in it, but it's just too gory for me. I don't like a lot of like blood gushing out and everything. It just doesn't do it for me. On the other hand, I love a movie called Sisu, Sisu, which doesn't have a lot of words in it, but it can be a bit graphic. But I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. If you get to see it, oh, and you haven't seen it, it's good. It's about a prospector's journey, and he comes up against some Germans, and mayhem ensues. Okay, but it's great. Sisu. So there you go. We just watched last night Weapons on HBO Max, which we have. Is it HBO Max? HBO Max? They still can't tell, can they? Weapons was very interesting, and we were super, super tickled watching it because it stars someone that we haven't seen in a while. If you love Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, kind of the "if you build it, they will come." Yes, we quote all kinds of movies. The woman who plays Kevin Costner's adorable, cute, and sweet wife ends up being one of the leads in Weapons. And so, even if the movie to you is a little and it's a scary one, if it's a little bit she's terrific. So it's worth it to watch her because it's been a long time since I've seen her. And it was great to see her in this film. And I just was delighted to watch it because of that. Trying to think of another one. And then after that, since it was a scary movie, I always end before bed with a happy movie. So I watched My Penguin Friend, and it was really cute. What did I have? Where did I see that one? Netflix, I think. No, Prime. I watched that on Prime. Very cute with The Professional. So if you've seen that movie, The Professional, with Jean, I don't remember his last name, but me and names are a little challenging, especially since I'm 68. Anyway, it was cute, it was sweet, and it was upbeat. It was a true story about a penguin and it was and a man, and it was a good way to exit. And then I watched comedy. So comedy, I watched the Comedy of Horrors with Vincent Price and Peter Lorre because I love the classic actors like Vincent Price. He's so wonderful. So basically, what I'm saying to you is I have a huge rounded love of films. Like many of you, like my cousin, for example, who bleeds blue. I did mention that, right? He also watches every kind of sport there is. Right after the Dodgers won, he said, "Don't call me on Sunday because it's basketball and football's going to be starting up, and then women's basketball and blah 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 blah, blah," which I know zero about, but he keeps me in the loop when to call and when not to call. In fact, his birthday's coming up and we got to get up early because after you guys who are sports fans know when all the sports happen. And he's very, very strict about it because he loves his sports morning, noon, and night if they were so inclined. So again, fans, sports fans, Disney fans, all fans, congratulations on your fandom. This is a hobby, something that keeps you young at heart. And when you're young at heart, it extends your life. Your life with a smile is a lot better than your life with bitterness. Bitterness just makes you look at all the dark corners of the world and see no light. So I encourage you to look at the light corners, have joy in your life no matter what makes you happy. And I wish you a very, very happy Monday. And today, especially to Dodger fans and the Dodgers team, congratulations. And to Disney fans, you pulled off a great Oogie Boogie. Once again, I hope you'll join my Patreon page. I'd love to see you there. Your, your voice needs to be heard. Do something nice for someone else. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Oh, bye for now. Yes.